Hi, my name is HexaDona, and today we are playing Slay the Princess, a beautiful horror story where you have to slay the princess. I have seen some of the gameplay from my VTuber friends, but I've never actually tried the game myself. So let's just dive into it. If I can click on it, that is. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A princess?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hello, we're over on the left, because I noticed my choices were on the right, so this might be a little bit more easy to read. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do we get some sort of reward from doing this? Continue the cabin, turn around and leave. Okay, thanks. Thanks for telling me what to do. I don't have, wait, all of these are explore though. I kind of like to explore things. But what if I just go with it the way probably they want me to do this? So, I'm okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. And I click.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
It makes sense.
Don't believe a word she says.
I wouldn't want to die
We're
either.
gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I mean, that makes sense. How else do I want to take the blade?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Hey, yo,
She
that is a
sounds
sexy
dangerous.
voice. Oh, dangerous,
It's
I
almost
mean.
as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Sorry, it just sounded so sexy. Hi! Just checking you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh, why do you sound so sexy?
You walk
Hello.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I mean... What? No way. Why would you even think that? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. You caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh! Nuh-uh! I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steel your nerves and step forward. I'm gonna do that.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
End
End
this.
this.
I'm ending it. I'm ending it. Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Of course it is. She's dead. Yes, she's dead,
Yes,
guys.
exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs.
Wait, is it
closing the
actually
door to the
over?
basement behind you.
No.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
I don't know. Have you?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Isn't it auto advance
But that day
anymore?
isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Okay. That is bullshit. Let me out of here. Okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind.
It's okay. I'm just accepting it.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Sure. Okay.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We are happy. Of course we are. I like it here. This
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
No.
The little voices' pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist.
Happy.
Happy.
Forever.
Forever.
That's terrible. Really? Okay, guys, since we did exactly what he asked just now, and that went a little too well to the point that we've had the great ending, I feel like we should not do that. Yeah. So let's play again, because that was horrible.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Let's see where we can go.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? I want to use that one.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
But if the princess leaves, then why don't we keep her in there?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. But how can a princess locked away in the basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do
But I
what
want to
needs
know
to be
why.
done. We're all counting on you.
But I want to know why. Do you have any evidence to back this
Look,
up?
you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Yeah, but killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Yikes. Forget it, I'm not doing this.
No, you have to do it.
I don't want to. Do I get some reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Yeah, I know I'm not getting shit. Okay, we've seen that in the last one. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Well, can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing the good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward.
It's
just
happy.
for you.
Happy.
And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Well, I didn't get my prize last time. I just got quote-unquote happiness. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say... Oh, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Maybe he does.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, let me take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That sounds different from last time, doesn't it?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as
Maybe
if she's the
not.
one in charge down here.
No, maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Okay. Drop it.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
I love how he sighs.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment,
Hello.
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you are going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? Let's just start with what's your name. Isn't that sounds like the most like like the normal option. You're not just gonna talk with someone without asking their name first, right? Especially not if you're going to kill them.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
All right.
Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
My
Note the
apologies.
lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, we've talked enough. How long have you been down here?
too long.
Without food? Without water?
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. I'm going to use that one.
Don't just tell her that.
Too late.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay.
I believe her.
Any other
She
things?
doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Right.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Not really.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Right.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I mean, I don't trust you. I'm gonna be honest.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me? I know there's a
Don't
weird.
jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't,
Okay.
well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I am not cutting off your arm.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Oh, she is.
Right?
She is, definitely.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Correct.
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Well, you sound very threatening.
And if you don't,
Exactly.
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
So why would I trust you if you're threatening me right now?
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay. Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Yikes. on my nails. Crazy.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out
Oh,
of
I
your
heard that
lungs.
sound. That was terrible.
This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yikes. So don't even give her a chance to speak.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Yeah. I'm just gonna proceed. I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did the first time.
Before you go any further, she will lie. We might as well just...
Yeah.
Can we tone down the pessimism? I'm not being a pessimist.
Oh,
I'm just being realistic.
hello? You're new? Wait, can I go back?
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Yeah, fair.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
I am going to do the exact same thing I did the first time, but not stay in that weird world. If I still can, by the way. If I still can. Maybe I cannot. Maybe because of this, my whole choice has changed, so...
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Okay. Proceed into the cabin.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This is new.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What is this? What is... This wasn't here before. I'm telling
Why do we
you.
feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Are we? You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
That's clearly a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There is.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Oh, shut the
And
fuck
I'm
up.
sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
There is definitely a mirror.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care whether I'm being lied to. There is a mirror. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter if there's a mirror. It does matter if there's a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, there is.
There is a mirror.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
There is a mirror, though. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Mirror is gone. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah. Let's see if I can still do the same thing.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
I am pretty certain that's not what you sounded like before. This time for real.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
That's what I said.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over,
Hey, yo!
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
I mean, pretty much the same as last time.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Okay.
Drop it.
No. No, I won't.
As if on command, the blade slips
What?
from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
I gripped it tighter.
Didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs
Damn.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Okay. Pardon, mommy.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the
crazy.
new.
Creepy,
And the world
those
as it
eyes.
is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Would love to.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Pledge yourself. No, thank you. I'm going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. Oh, I'm not going. I was about to say, hold up. What happened to you after I died? I shouldn't speak to her, actually. I'm not going to help you in the world.
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Damn, pick up the
You
blade.
reach forward and grasp the blade.
I'm gonna stab myself in my own chest, aren't I?
Stand.
Okay.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
That's a bit more aggressive than I thought how that would happen.
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Well, and this how?
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah, slay the princess, please.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Please, no.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants.
Oh, please. I don't want to listen to
heroic
her.
One, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Right. Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
Oh, terrible.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain she wants to hurt us there.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess
damn.
kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Am I?
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I do not want to be a pet.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it.
It is really not a mercy.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I will. Slay the princess.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover.
Oh my god,
Pounding with
brutal.
determination,
Look how
you
big
plunge
she is
your
as
blade
well.
into
Like,
her
she's
chest.
huge. Like, we're so small.
As you find your target again
Whoa!
and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness. Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling
Yo,
wet pop
okay.
as your spine breaks, numbness and pain
Okay.
spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Oh my god.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
The sound makes it so much worse.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Good.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
No problem.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty. Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Did we?
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Right. Oh, what is this?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What is that, indeed? I can hear flies.
I think he's upset.
You think?
What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right.
Yeah, the
you
music
did.
slaps though.
You'll get over it. I can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a...
If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been.
Let me turn off the turn down your music just a little bit, because I cannot even hear the narrator at this point.
Yeah, you think? Actually, I don't think we have been here.
I don't think so either.
This is all different, isn't it?
It looks disgusting.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
That makes sense.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Alright. In that case, turn around and leave. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin, we might as well see this through. Silently proceed. You know what?
Good, we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things.
Oh, please.
Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
And they weren't great before, though.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Proceed into the cabin. Let's just slay the bitch.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten.
Ew!
There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
Okay.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible.
Yummy.
You did this.
What?
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I want that blade. Again, why is it only a mirror? Yeah, I was supposed to get... Probably he doesn't see the mirror, does he? You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why?
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Yeah, I'm probably
What are
seeing
you trying to
things.
say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
I mean, you are the voice of the broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
I'll take the blade first.
Take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe it clean or smash it? Well, last time I couldn't wipe it clean because it disappeared, so should I just smash it? Yeah.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an
it's
oppressive
disgusting.
violence. The
Oh.
metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I mean, in this case, yes.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Roars?
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
I don't know if I want to see it.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, I'm nervous. What will we see?
The chamber's walls are painted in blood.
Actually, that's kind of cool.
Drips down in clotted streams
like a
onto the
titan.
charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Yeah, I can hear that. It's a little bit loud.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
No, and I'd rather not, no.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Ew.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
We are done for. Actually done for. Oh,
She is
God.
loose,
Yep,
and she is coming for you.
we're dead.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
I mean, her heart is right there. We could just pierce through it, no?
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Given up on destroying the world, have we? What happened to you? Wait. You don't have to do this. That's stupid. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. I don't think that's gonna... Please just listen to me. I'm going to end you. Slay the princess. Do I say it? I feel like... It's just being too cocky. Let's just slay the princess.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
We should.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Yikes.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Wow. True to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how do we even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone,
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
probably.
The The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Yeah.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Well, she disappeared.
I don't want to look at us.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's mocking us.
Just, we should look
I feel
at it.
anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious? I'm begging you, don't do this.
I have no choice. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Final. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I'm kind of cute. I have wings. You're all alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. That's a princess, I think. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Valid. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. Attack? Destroy your body? Pardon me? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
What is that supposed to mean? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
That did not help me at all. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back. Wait. Okay, make me forget. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Undefined. Oh, sorry. What? What did I say? Aren't you scared that I will find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Let it be. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh, okay, that just ended the game. I do want to try for the next time. I would love to try to slay her and then try to get out of that world like the voices have taught me to do so, rather than stay there forever, which we got the good ending from, I suppose. So I will be doing that. Thank you so much for watching though. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Meow.